My bro, man,
brother, brother.
dude, our conversations, Aaron, and I say this a lot, man, that they just go next level. But if you're watching these two guys right now, it is level up season, brother.
I absolutely agree. The lessons that we have had in the last 12 months, especially even the last 6 months, have been profound in the way we see ourselves. We see ourselves of being so worthy of so much. Our conversations have fucking changed. Like we're just writing, it's not that we're holding each other back. We're fucking like, what do we do with this? Let's go this. Let's do that. Have you tried this? It's just constant level up. Let's fucking go. So guys, if you're watching us, if you're listening to us, all I want you to do is go back to episode number one. Go back to episode number one, have a listen to our tone, have a listen to the message we're putting out there. Now come back to today. Come back to today because today's episode is it's this is a gem. This is a gem. If you have a look at everything that you work on, at some point there's going to get to a stage of you're going to let people know you're going to showcase. Today is a showcase. Today is about Focus 20 coaching. Today is about what is it all about? What do you get? So if you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple, cool. You're going to hear a pretty profound message from the master, John. But if you want to see any images, if you want to see a lot of stuff going on, jump onto our YouTube channel because that's where all the images are. That's where the presentation is. And this is a full presentation. So, John, bro, when you're ready, you can share your screen. But what is it all about, man? What's the hype? What's the hype on this Focus 20 coaching?
Oh, brother, man, I'm taking you everywhere, dude. You're my hype man. And here's the thing, man. Before we get started, can
I
you
got my
see my
coffee.
screen?
I gotta fucking keep awake for this. This is gonna be back in. Let's go.
Can you see my screen okay?
I got it loud and clear, brother.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, my friend, for letting me showcase this gem and this amazing, amazing opportunity that you're going to want to jump in on. Focus 20 coaching has been something that has been, well, it's been something in the works, Aaron, for a little bit more than a year now in so many different spaces, right? From casual conversation to developing early shirts to talking about what it was going to look like to getting in the
Mm.
lab and actually creating something special, man. And so, Focus 20, for those that don't know, is the reason why I call it Focus 20 is it's 20 minutes per day. That's all you need. Research actually is 18 minutes per day to work on your craft every day. So the type of demographic I'm looking for is those people that are just like, I don't know where to begin, John. Where do I even start? What do I get into? How do I even look at this? I don't know where to go or what to even do, right? Or let's just say, for example, you've been working on something for years and you just can't seem to get to that next level. What does it look like? What do we have to develop in order to get you there? So it all starts and it's all stemming around 20 minutes per day. Again, the 18 just didn't sound right. Focus 18 just didn't sound right to me. So I needed to make it an even number. So we're going with Focus 20, and that's 20 minutes per day. It takes an average of 21 days to create a habit. So this whole sweet spot of 20 days, 21 days is where this is beginning, brother.
Nice.
So
So the to get more clarity, it's like you're saying that focusing 20 minutes every single day, like focusing on what? And we're not looking at just business people, we're looking at ev individual everyday people. So the other thing I want to kind of touch on is that not only is it okay, who's it for, but it's like are these people that are ready and they know they need to step up, don't know where to start, but they're fucking ready. They're ready to go all in on something. Like, where's the level? Where's the start point for this
that's a
with the
that's a good point, Aaron. I will say I use this from the perspective of, when I wanted to create something, I used myself first as an example. And when I first started kind of peeling back the layers on what I wanted to do with my life, the first thing I did was I hit the internet and I went on to the likes of YouTube and I went on the likes of these real big names that were out here just really talking positivity. And I just started there. I didn't even know what I needed back then, Aaron. You know what I'm saying? And it
Yep.
wasn't until I started listening to, some of the really good ones start to say things like, what is next for you? What do you want? And
Mm.
how is this going to, how do you want to set it up? So listening to all of that was fantastic. And I took a lot away from it, but it still didn't give me the building blocks I needed. So it really is for that person who just wants to start something. So when I say focus 20 minutes on what, it really is going to be that first question. Well, what right now is your biggest challenge? Also, what is your biggest goal? So those are going to be the questions that we identify right out of the gate.
Awesome. Awesome.
That's how we build the program to start. I mean, again, we don't build the program around that, but those are the initial questions that we ask, man. So I want to jump into these slides, man. I only have a couple. So
Let's do
definitely
it.
want to give everybody a visual presentation instead of just talking about it. So
And like I said, if anyone wants to see any of these images, please jump onto our YouTube channel, which is Impact and Chill on YouTube, and you'll be able to see all of this. So, brother, let's get into this, brother.
all right, man. Give me 1 second here. Just there we go. All right. In our first slide here, we're going to jump right into it. What do you get when you join my program? Well, first and foremost, you're going to get personal guidance, right? The ultimate program really is going to have me behind you, really just making sure that you're staying focused, you're staying the course, you're understanding exactly what's being asked of you on a day-to-day basis. This is a very, very intense course, and it's not going to allow you to just veer off and not feel like it one day. You're going to really just understand when I say personalized guidance, we're going to build a plan around something that's going to actually force you to really have to get this done based off of what we build for you. Obviously, accountability is huge, Aaron. You know that, man.
Mm.
You and I, being brothers for as long as we keep each other accountable. Well, that's great when you have a brother that already is in your space like that. But what if you don't have somebody like that yet? That is me as a coach. That's what I'm going to be giving you. I'm going to be challenging you on those levels and saying, hey, did you get this done today? And if not, why not? Can we talk a little bit about that? Is that one of the things that's stopping you from reaching that next level? And really, it's not me telling you what to do. It's me challenging your brain to get to that next level. So that's the second thing you're going to get. Let's talk about habits and goal setting, right? These go hand in hand, Aaron. So if you create a goal, you got to roll back the train a bit and go, okay, but how do we back into that? How do we get there? What do we have to do in order to make that happen? So you can set the goal, but now you have to take the steps backwards and go, what do we need to do here? How do we get to this point if we want this goal?
So it's a little
What
bit
needs
like
to
that
change?
reverse engineering aspect of that. Hey, we all have a big picture, we all have a big goal, and every single one of us has it. Fuck, I do. Both you and I do. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. But yeah, it's like, are the habits that you're doing today, are they going to get you where you are saying you want to be? I fucking love that. And then you got the accountability aspect. Men, we fucking hate accountability. We hate being
Yes, we
told what to
do.
do. We hate being told what to do. But I actually love so far, because I know you got some more in there, but I love it so far that if you are that type of person that, you know what, I fucking need to be going to this now. I know I need something. Don't know what it is, but I know I need something. And you're looking at people around you. The funny and look, the harsh thing is that the people around us will generally keep us stuck because they like the person that you are, the version that you are.
Very true.
But ultimately, it comes down to, do you like the person that you are right now?
So good, Aaron. That's so good, man. And you know what? To your point, right? Sometimes it takes men to get to a very painful part in their life
Mm,
before they do this. But that's why I'm here, is when you've identified that, you said, you know what, John? I've tried everything, man. I need a coach. I need somebody to help me get this off the ground and get myself moving. Like you say, Aaron, it's not even a business that we have to talk about, but what do you need to do personally to level up? Because
mm,
if you think you're just fine the way that you are, obviously when I interview you and you don't have really much else that you want to offer, then how can I help you? Right?
yeah.
Because that's my biggest thing is what am I going to do to serve you if you already feel that you're doing great? If you feel like you're doing great, then you're not going to get a lot out of the program because there's not going to be a lot of room for growth.
Yeah.
And so that's really what I want to make clear is we're looking for people that really want to grow, really don't know what they need yet, but they just want more. So I
Mm,
want to make that
mm.
very, very clear in here too, brother. Customized strategies, man. Let's talk about that for just a second. It's so important that when I talk to you during our interview, that I'm asking you these really, really tough questions. It's the only way we can build solid strategies. And some of the questions, and I'll get to this in the next slide, but some of the questions are going to be really, what's that thing that's stopping you right now? Can we build a strategy around that to actually make it to where you're not being stopped by that thing anymore? And can we track that progress? So customized strategies is huge, man. And then finally, expert insights. Man, I go on almost every day, Aaron, and I'm looking for those experts that have already done it, what has worked, what hasn't worked, and I am inserting that into this program. So, that I'm able to see certain things, plus I could take my own personal experience as well
Mm.
and sit in there and with you and really just understand this is what needs to happen. We need to get to a certain point so that we can create these strategies and I can give you insight based off of what I've seen, or excuse me, what I've seen you as well, Aaron, go through a lot of my circle, what they're going through in their lives and how they've overcome it. So all that is huge, man, because that's what I'd say the sweet spot of my program is that we're bringing that personal experience as well. It's not just I thought about this or I read about this. I've actually experienced it.
Yeah, and that's one thing I want to quickly touch on before we go on to the next slide is that
Oh,
what experience do they get as a part of the program, from you? Like what does that look like?
yeah, man. Well, I'm going to say this, there's a big time passion around this for me on why I'm even authorized or able to do something like this. And, I come with a really, really tragic story, as most people do, right? The difference is I was able to pull myself out of the dark.
Mm.
And in order to do that, I needed a lot of people around me to help. It wasn't just me by myself. And so I just felt really, really convicted on the fact that I needed other people around in order to pick myself up and get myself to the next level. So what you get from me is, you're going to hear my story. You're going to hear why I'm able to do this. And that in turn is going to open you up as well to be, to fill a safe space, Aaron. You
Yep.
want that
Yep.
safe space when you're sitting with your coach. You don't want them going, you need to do this and you need to do that. Man, at the end of the day, I have to understand why you're doing it. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to help you. And I have to be able to get very, very vulnerable and very clear with what you want, even if it means breaking open a few things that maybe have triggered you in the past.
Yeah, and it's a really relevant point. It's that we all will experience the pain in order for us to go, I can't do this anymore. I need to find something. I need to go on to a something that's going to help me. And that's the pain level. So you're also a part of grief share groups as well with a number of organizations that are literally sharing, the struggles and the pain that you've experienced. So you've got that to back you up as well. Is that correct?
That is correct, man. And I'm still in grief share as we speak. This is something that I lean into that is so tremendous. And again, it just especially men, when we can back off that ego
Mm,
and we can go,
mm.
we need a team around us of people who are not going to sympathize with us, but they're going to empathize with us.
Yep.
That's huge. That's huge, brother, because and when you're empathizing with somebody, especially in a coaching space, you understand where they come from. You're listening to understand. But then the next question is, but what can we do now?
Mm, mm.
Sympathy, bro. Sympathy, you're going to get, and you're going to stay stuck in the room with somebody who's going to sit there with you and cry with you and say it's okay, what you're doing is fine, and they're not going to want you to level up. And
Yep.
so we really want to come from that space, man. And that's why I say with Grief Share for me, that's what that's been for me, is a safe space for me to go in and actually be vulnerable with others who want the same thing, which is to heal.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. All right. So guys, so far, I mean, yeah, you've got someone who's in the trenches, literally in the trenches with you. So I fucking love that. Cool.
Absolutely, my friend. All right. So, what does this program entail? Well, you can see if you're watching on YouTube, focus 20 minutes on your craft every day for the win. Look, that's going to be the sweet spot. I'm going to build everything around that because ultimately, here's the deal, Aaron. What do you always hear people say? I don't have time. I don't have time, Aaron.
Yeah.
There's no way I can't even give you
Yep.
20 minutes. I look at it like this, man. Even if in your day job and you have a 30-minute lunch, you got 20 minutes right there in which to, wolf down your lunch and still focus that 20 minutes on your craft. You can do both.
Yep.
So it's the sweet spot, man. But this program outline is very, very specific in the fact, and you can see here, Aaron, I put in here how I have the days broken out, right? And essentially, this is what the deal is, right? You would think setting a specific goal and defining the desired outcome would take one day, right? But this is the angle and the spin that I put on this. The reason why I put day 1 through 4 to do this is because day 1, I meet with you, Aaron, and I say, all right, let's set some goals here for you, Aaron. You give me some goals that you're thinking about today. I'll say, cool. Okay, I got those written down. Let's meet again tomorrow for day 2, and I want to know if these goals have changed. All right. No, day 2, they haven't. What about day 3? And now let's just say day 3.
Ooh.
Day 3, man, all of a sudden,
Yep.
you now have hit something now. All of a sudden, you've got something else going on that has just triggered you,
Uh-huh.
right? And now you've got something to bring to the table where you're going, John, I know I didn't talk about this day 1, man, but now on day 3, we've got to do something about this. Ah, that's what I want. I want these first 4 days to really break you open, really figure out what you want. Or are you just telling me, hey, I want to, do this, this, and this? Sweet, awesome. But are those big enough?
Mm.
Right? Because that's the thing, right? At the end of the day, if these goals aren't big enough, by day 4, you telling me the same goals, it's going to be a little bit of a struggle for you because you're either going to hit them too quick or you're setting goals for yourself that you're not going to achieve. So it's very important in that first 4 days, man, that we're really, really hammering that out. So I'm going to ask a lot of questions during that time frame.
Awesome.
So that's day 1 through 4, man. 5 through 8, same thing, right? You see these days that I'm putting in here, Aaron. Identify the obstacles and challenges that might hinder the process, or excuse me, the progress. What is it, Aaron? Is it every weekend that we're going out drinking messes up my flow? Can't do it. Wake up feeling like crap on Sunday, so I can't do nothing on Monday. And the next thing you know, it's Wednesday and I haven't done nothing. Right? Once again, day 5 is going to be just for those obstacles. But then 6 through 8, same thing. Really, what else can we be looking out for? What else as a coach do I need to know that could be a potential obstacle for you? Okay. And just to speed this up a little bit, man, 9 through 12, we're going to develop a plan. Again, same thing. We're going to use 3 days to do it. We have to, Aaron. We have to get in the trenches, man. And this is all part of the overall program. You're getting everything you want. And you know what's cool about this, Aaron, is by now it's up here. It's in your head. Now you're going, man, John has me thinking about this every day. I can't get it out of my head now. So what is it doing? It's starting to shift your brain a little bit now, where you want to start putting some strategies in place even before I've even told you to. 13 through 16, look, here we go. You see, we're not starting consistent action until day 13 because that's how long it takes to plan and get this right.
Damn.
Because when we take the action, man, we want you going all in.
Damn. You know what? The
So
really
that's where it's
interesting
at.
thing, when you're going through that, like day 1, 4, day 5 to 8, I look at it and go, shit, in these first 8 days, I'm going to be coming up with all the fucking excuses in the world not to do, my 20 minutes a
Yes.
day. Like all the
Yes.
excuses would have come up in that time. And if you're open enough with your coach, and if you're open enough with John, you'll be telling him all these things, all these excuses, all these, limiting beliefs that you've had. And that's when the rest of the program will fucking give you everything that you're looking for. So I fucking love that. I love that first 8 days because you're setting it out. It's like, hey, I know you're going to hit a roadblock. I fucking know it. It's there. I'm ready for it. I'm waiting for it. Are you ready for it? And are you willing to move into that next level? So fuck yeah, this is awesome, bro.
I love it, man. It's your point, Aaron. Every single day that we do this, all you need is 20 minutes
Ah,
because what you're going to find is each day the 20 minutes is going to take you longer because you're going to spend more time thinking about it. Or you're going to take 10 minutes and give me excuses.
yep,
Right? So
yep,
that's
yep.
that's where it's at, man. But if you think about it like this, Aaron, what if I said day 1 we identify your goals, day 2 we identify the obstacles, and then day 3 you start.
Mm,
Bro, it's just not enough time, Aaron. So
mm.
that's what I've had to realize in my program now. We really got to get you, it's got to be inside your brain. So by the time day 13 comes around, now we're taking consistent action toward these goals. So
Awesome.
that's what we're doing 13 through 16, man. 17 through 20, what's the progress? Where are we at? Hey, we're getting close to that 20-day mark. How we looking? How's the successes coming? Hey, we got some wins here. That's cool. How can we build on this? Do we need to adjust this plan? And here's the kicker, Aaron, right? You think 20 days and we're done. Nope. I put in 21 through 30, right? And 21 through 30 is you're ready for battle. Massive action. This is the test you've been waiting for. This is my test to you. What have you learned? And you're focusing 20 minutes every day. And I'm telling you, by the time you're getting to 21 through 30, man, you're not just doing 20 minutes because you're now really craving whatever the changes that you made. And that's where we're focusing on solidifying that new habit, man.
30 days seems like a piece of cake. People have got 30 days,
Mm,
20 minutes a day for 30 days. Bro,
mm,
what's the excuse,
right?
people? What's your fucking
Right?
excuse? Yeah, nah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Last but not least, man, let me close this one out with the investment opportunity, right? Investment options. We call this an investment, Aaron.
Mm,
We don't
mm.
call it an expense. You never call this an expense. You're investing in yourself. So, what are my two options? The first option is self guided. Look, listen, everybody wants a coach, or maybe they just want a program to follow. Hey, John, I got this. I don't need you to actually be there. I trust myself enough to do this. Okay, great. No problem. I want people to have multiple options. So my first option is a one-time payment, $367 US. And that's just a strictly, it's all my expert, it's all of my program, everything wrapped up into one, but it's self-guided. But just keep in mind, you're not going to be able to cheat on day 30. Just go straight to day 30 and be like, I'm done. Now,
Yeah,
if you do that, once again, you're cheating yourself. You're not cheating me.
100%.
So keep that in mind, brother. So that's the first option, and I always say this, look, there's something for everybody. You'll start out with the free guide, and the reason why I give you the free guide is because very simple questions to get you right into the program first. So free guide, don't put it in here as an investment because it's my gift to you. Or let's go with option two, premium one-on-one mentorship. And for that, you get me for the all 30 days. I am with you every step of the way. We will be meeting every single day to make sure we have all of our bases covered. One-time payment, 497 US dollars. And brother, you are locked and loaded on
Mm.
what Focus 20 is all about, brother.
I love that, guys. I hope you got some immense value out of that because this is the interesting thing is that and we talk about it all the time. We've talked about it in our podcast over the last 12 months. There is an element in every single one of our lives that we don't like. There's an element in every single one of our lives that we want to change. And the problem is that we sometimes can't rely on our circle, on our immediate circle. Sometimes we can't because, they either don't have the expertise or they're not doing or leading the life that we want to live. So once you start to realize that I need my life to look different. I need to do things differently. That's when all of a sudden you start, reaching out and searching for these people that we resonate with. And people will only do business with people that they like. It's reality, that's a fucking fact. Or you're finding the cheapest deal and, you pay for what you get.
Mm.
But here's the thing. I want you to take it from another level. Yes, you've just listened and you've seen, if you're on YouTube, you've seen the presentation that John's put out there. Now, let's not look at the dollar amount because unfortunately, people always go to the dollar and go, can't afford it. But hang on, let me put this out to you. Take the money away. What are you getting? Who are you getting? You're getting someone who has experienced pain on a level that you would not wish on your worst enemy. When you've gone through that amount of pain and you've been sitting in that darkness and questioning your own existence for a long period of time, and all of a sudden you start getting that tap on your shoulder that you're meant for more. There is a purpose for your hair. And then you start stepping into that. And then out of that pain and out of that struggle has come a Focus 20 coaching program that is then seeing you for the pain that you're going through to be able to help you. Hey, you know what? I've experienced pain, but I'm here for you. All right, let's do this together. How can you not? How can you not take on a program when you know you've got someone with you every single day, but has experienced more pain than what you've been going through? Or, hey, you may be experiencing the same pain. You may be stuck. John's got that experience. He's got that firsthand experience, the firsthand reality of how to get out of that toughness and that darkness. So, bro, I fucking love it. Um, how do people reach you? Like, how do people get in touch with the program? How do people be a part of this? How do people even just reach out to you and go, hey, I want to learn more?
Well, my Instagram handle, you can go there. It's John underscore Alvarado 5280. You can go to my Instagram. My Facebook is John Alvarado. You can go there as well. I actually have a really, really good group called Elevated Minds within Facebook as well. You can find the program in any of those places right now. My link is in all the bios there. You can find out all the details that you need right from my social media. So absolutely, my friend. And actually, we could even put it in this as well, Aaron. We could put it on the bottom.
Yeah, in the YouTube
Just in the
comments.
comment, in
Yep,
the
I'll
YouTube
definitely put
comments.
it in the
So
description there. That's for the lazy people that don't want to jump on a social media. It's in the the caption in YouTube. So fuck yeah, love it, bro.
yeah, man.
Let's close this out, man. What is the closing philosophy from John? Let's go. Let's go something a little bit different. Let's go. What's the closing philosophy? Obviously behind Focus 20 Coaching, brought to you by Jay. What's the closing philosophy that yourself and Jay will want to bring out to the world?
The biggest thing that I'm going to say, man, is I was at my darkest place when I lost my boy. I've been able to climb out of that, but not alone. I had to ask for help. And so what I would say is, even me as a coach now, I am being mentored and coached by people, by those that have done what I want to do. Right. And so I'm asking for help still to this day to make sure that I am solid and that I am very legit in what I'm doing. Right. And that I'm not cutting corners. I'm taking every single step. And I would say in this type of program, to your point, like what you said, Aaron, about the money part of it, take that out of the equation for a minute. What is hurting you so bad right now that you need help? Why would you contact me or a coach to help you? Well, the truth is, we've all got that we're walking around with. It just depends on if you want to take on that journey alone or if you really want to get to a space with somebody who is there safely with you and will take you on the journey. So, for me, brother, it's simple. Ask for help. Ask for help. Find you a coach, find you a mentor, somebody with a safe space vibe that's not going to judge you, but is also going to keep you very accountable. And that's what I bring to the table, man. That's what I will say, that I'm ready, so ready to hear people's stories and really just be able to resonate with it, because I think I can add, or excuse me, I know I can add a lot of value to a lot of people. Just got to ask. So that's it. Just ask for the help.
And there you have it. There you have it. So, guys, please, if you found any value from this, and I know you did, share it to someone who you know is going to receive it or someone who needs to hear the message. So, we're on YouTube, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple, we're also on Amazon as well. So, we're on all the platforms. Share, like I said, if you've got any value from it, you learned something, please share it to someone who you feel needs to hear this message. And until then, John, thank you, brother. Cannot wait until next week's episode. Guys, thank you. Love you all. All I say, be better, do better. Love you guys.
There it is. There it is.